Oh yeah, time for some more, not sure what to call this, cooking video. Today we are doing baked beans for a 4th of July get together, as well as some cinnamon treats made out of cinnamon rolls, like cinnamon rolls, and then I did another thing. But what you're looking at right here, I'm getting the bacon ready the night before, and the reason why I was getting the bacon ready the night before was because I wound up putting the rub that goes into the recipe for the baked beans that I was doing. I put the rub on the night before on the bacon because I thought that would be a good way to transfuse it. Didn't have any mustard, so when my wife sees this, she's probably going to flip the lid because I used our chicken dipping sauce, which is a great value brand, as you can see. That stuff is good, you guys. It's just like the Chick-fil-A sauce. So if you want a cheaper option for the same delicious taste for some chicken nuggets at home, I recommend that. There you've seen the wood-fired garlic rub on that bacon. I did one spicy tray of baked beans and one not spicy tray of baked beans. As you see, I'm dicing up the other half of the bacon there, getting it all prepared. Going ahead and peeling it all apart. Getting the rub binder on there. Not the rub itself, but the binder. Alright, getting it all together there, getting it all mixed up. Putting that Keith Riles garlic jalapeno rub on there. Definitely one of my favorite rubs. I'm gonna make that a staple in my rub assortment that I use. Alright, adding some apples to the baked beans as we have the smoker preheating. Gonna get ready to mix them around, kind of move them around a little bit before I add in my other stuff. Adding in some brown sugar. This recipe was really great. It called for just a very few things. I think it only called for really 4 ingredients, but we added a little bit more. There we added some barbecue sauce and some Worcestershire sauce. Man, that was really difficult to say there. Getting it all mixed in real nice. Also, an advisory here. My 8-year-old son is doing the recording while I'm doing the cooking. And my wife helped guide me on how to do some of the stuff, or how much to add, I should say. Now we're just putting the bacon on the top, and then once we got done baking it and got it to where we were going to eat said baked beans, we mixed it in. So as you can tell, because the apple slices, this is the apple pie baked bean recipe. Getting the last bit of the wood-fired garlic rubbed bacon on there. And I use thick cut bacon, if you couldn't tell. It's real fatty, and I definitely think that added to the flavor. Now working on the spicy one, adding the brown sugar, adding all the other ingredients. As you see, jalapeños going in. Adding the barbecue sauce and the Worcestershire sauce, getting ready to mix it all up. Mixing it up. Starting to layer on the bacon now. Getting everything put on there. Now onto the smoker. Gonna let those cook for about an hour, and while those are cooking, we go ahead and, actually I think it was more like an hour and a half, but anyways, going ahead and adding the cinnamon rolls to the first pan. We did 1 pan of regular cinnamon rolls, and then we had 1 extra thing left of apple pie filling, so we went ahead and strung that across the bottom and kind of spread it out as best we could. I would use 2 cans of pie filling next time I do this for the amount of cinnamon rolls I ended up putting in there, which I think I put it about 2 cans or 16 rolls in there. It turned out really well. I'll go ahead and say that. But I think it needed a little bit more filling. I think next time I do it, though, I'm going to do like little itty-bitty cinnamon roll apple pies. So like push the center in and fill each one individually with a couple of apple pie slices and some apple pie filling. And what I did was I cut up the 16 rolls into quarters, and then I just started dropping them in there, kind of making a nice layer across the top of the apple pie filling. And time to put those in the, pulling things off and switching things around. All right, desserts are on there. Our baked beans are in the oven. Got it set for about 300 degrees, and then it was time to pull these off. The baked beans turned out really, really well. A lot of people said that they could have been competition beans, and I think that was very, very gracious of them. I thought they were really good. I really enjoyed them, but to say that they were that good, I kind of have to say maybe not. But I'm just happy that people enjoyed them. I'm spreading on the icing now onto the cinnamon rolls. And we just drizzled the icing on the apple pie one, and people really liked that apple cinnamon roll mixture. They really enjoyed the smoky flavor in it. The cinnamon rolls went decent. We ended up having some leftover of those, but everything else we didn't have leftovers of. So I think I'll do, whenever I do these recipes again for both of these things, I think I'll do a bit more apple pie filling.